we've had a lot of discussions with this channel that come down to like, I want my feats and features to give me tools, give me proactive options, give me ways to engage with the game in a new fashion, or meaningfully expand the proactive measures I'm taking. In the case of like great sword, great weapon master, sharpshooter, crossbow expert, the really busted stuff, but also like polearm master is a whole defined archetype of play. This isn't any of that. This is I get some passive boons, and that's not enough for a feat these days. You
Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we're talking about the feat Infernal Constitution.
This is your like a ripped tiefling. That's the whole shtick. If you want to be Karlach, this doesn't really help you that much, but it is probably what Karlach's about. That she's the tiefling from Baldur's Gate. That's super shredded. So yeah, this is a feat from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. It's got a prerequisite that you be a tiefling. It says fiendish blood runs strong in you, unlocking a resilience akin to that possessed by some fiends. You gain the following benefits: increase your Constitution score by 1 to a max of 20. You have resistance to cold and poison damage, and you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. Snore.
Yeah, kind of not super exciting, but some people might want this.
Like who?
I don't know. Well, all right, we're playing a tiefling. That's
playing a tiefling.
Right. You're not playing a tiefling because of this, but you are playing a tiefling, and so I'm gonna say paladin.
Tiefling paladin. You got the charisma bump. You got you can go strength with that. You get your resistance to fire damage out the gate for being a tiefling. That kind of makes some sense. But are you taking this over like weapon feats?
Probably not. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, everybody wants a little bit of higher constitution, right?
Sure. Do you want like where I normally am with my ability score distribution? I normally have a nice comfortable 14 in con or dex. If I'm a strength-based character, normally it's con. If I'm a anyone else, it's normally dex because it gives you AC and to hit bonuses and all that kind of stuff, right? If my dexterity is my primary attack stat. I don't have a lot of wiggle room with my stats because normally I want my highest stat to be the odd number that I can bump up when I take a feat that gives it a +1, right? If I want to take a crusher to get +1 strength, I get a little bit bonus to my maul, I get a little bit of extra strength to get my plus hit stuff. I'm very happy with that outcome. Taking a 15 for your con to bump it to 16, like it gives you a little bit more hit points, it gives you better con saves, and that's it. And I don't love investing more in that than I have to, and I think that's kind of what this does. This to me reads like around where tough is as far as how good a feat is, where you get 2 damage types that aren't going to come up that often. They might every once in a while. Advantage on saves against being poisoned is again not coming up that often, leaving you with this a little bit more HP sometimes. And I don't think a little bit more HP sometimes is good, right?
Yeah. All right, what if all right, here's another one. There are other features and things in this game that give you other resistances or resistances to other damage types. What if you're building
You're just gonna be like a Pokemon trainer, just try and catch them all?
Yeah.
There's a really great option for you out there. It's called Path of the Totem Warrior, and you pick Bear and get everything but Psychic.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing you could do.
You've done it. You got resistance to all the damage types. You find a way to get psychic resistance, and you're good to go. If you want to work extra hard, maybe this is something for that. Maybe you're like, I don't want to do that one exactly, but I still want to see if I can just mass all of the resistances. This feels like a theoretical character, not a real character. This is a character you make on D&D Beyond by like just brewing around to see if you can do it, not if it actually is going to play at the table. Because the nice thing is tieflings come with fire resistance, so you kind of get 3 for that.
Ooh.
I don't see that being compelling. I don't see that being a reason to do this. So I would guess this would go on like a barbarian that's like, I'm a berserker, a tiefling. I wanted to play literally Karlach, and I just go, oh, well, Infernal Constitution gives me more resistances on top of the ones I didn't get. So I have bludgeoning, slashing, piercing resistance while I rage, fire resistance all the time, and these 2 all the time now too. So you got 6 resistance types for being a barbarian.
That does sound fun.
Or the three of those matter more than the rest is the bludgeoning, slashing, piercing, right? The rest of them
Yes.
are just like every once in a while they'll come up. And if
Um,
you really wanted to do all the resistances, that option was there.
yeah. All right, you've talked me down on this one.
It's not good. It's not great. Advantage on saving throws against being poisoned is very minimal. We've had a lot of discussions with this channel that come down to like, I want my feats and features to give me tools, give me proactive options, give me ways to engage with the game in a new fashion, or meaningfully expand the proactive measures I'm taking. In the case of like great weapon master, sharpshooter, crossbow expert, the really busted stuff, but also like polearm master is a whole defined archetype of play. This isn't any of that. This is I get some passive boons, and that's not enough for a feat these days. You could take second level spells, you could take ritual casting, you could take 24 other high utility options that are out there. I would take actor over this all day, every day, because at least that gives my character some flavor and some utility. I'm not a big proponent of actor, for the record. It's fun time, it's not a good time, like powerful, I mean. So this lands somewhere in the 2 range. Like it technically does something. The plus con bump makes it not the worst thing you could do if you just need more HP and have a 15 con and you're done with all the rest of your feats, and you're randomly also a tiefling, sure.
I think you're right in that this deserves a 2, but I think unless I had a very specific play style or reason I wanted to take actor, I'd probably take this over actor. Yeah. I guess if when the damage types do come up, though, you can feel good about like running up and into them and not getting hurt as badly. Or you could be you could be the king's food tester and not get poisoned as often.
I don't want to take a feat to be the king's food tester. I'm not going to lie to you. Or if I am, I'm going to take our magic edition and take detect food or poison and disease or whatever that is.
Yeah,
Purify food and
that's
drink.
probably
Isn't that your argument?
better way to go about it.
Yeah. I also really like. Last final note: tieflings are almost always bards or warlocks. That's just like the most popular option is the tiefling warlock, right? They don't ever want this, right? Or at least they infrequently want it. If you're melee, maybe you try to use this to get resistance to some damage to give you better con saves, but it's against not the damage types you care about most. It's about 2 kind of meaningless damage types. I don't see it.
Warlocks, I could see it on more than bards. Maybe because at least with warlocks, you're blowing a feed on this. At least maybe you can make up for a little bit of with invocations.
You're losing a feature, so your other features have to carry more weight.
Right.
That doesn't seem like a good exchange to me. I just want both my features to carry a lot of weight.
I said warlocks over bards. I didn't say either of them definitely wanted this.
Fair.
But yeah, not great. I made a little effort to play devil's advocate, but I don't think I got us there.
It was a good effort.
Thank you. Well, maybe I'm not the only one that thinks there's some saving grace to this. Viewers at home, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. What characters do you put this on, if any?
Bob,
yes.
Did you realize that there are like 14 variations of tiefling?
No.
I'm looking at the wiki now, and it's like, wow, there's the PHB one, there's the Bloodline of Asmodeus, there's then the Morkite and Tomb of Foes expanded ones, which have like 10, and then there's a variant in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
That's a lot of tieflings.
That's a lot of tieflings.
Now, does this change with any of them?
No, it does not. This is still bad. I just figured I'd mention that there are a million more tieflings than I thought there were.
I mean, do any of those tieflings get a bunch of resistances that aren't these two?
No.
No.
The base one is the one that gets fire. The rest do not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, fun fact. Thanks for that. Yeah, all right. That was Infernal Constitution. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. Thank you for joining, and thank you, Sam, for being here. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.